Hey there Avatar fans, welcome to the channel and welcome to the video. So there have been some pretty interesting leaks that have come out about the upcoming Legend of Aang movie. Though interesting would be an understatement, given the fact they will either make or break the entire movie. And I do mean that, by the way. This movie has the potential to seriously break the canon of the established Avatar The Last Airbender storyline. So today I invited a fellow creator and enjoyer of all things Avatar to discuss the two major issues in the leaks. We will each be covering one topic and give our thoughts and analysis on that particular portion of the leaks. Anyway, without further delay, let's play the intro and get started, shall we? To start off, I am going to play his part. The editing style is going to shift dramatically, since he edited this portion himself, but I am of the same opinion as him on this one. Here you go.
That's just Ozai cosplaying an air nomad. So the villain of the new Avatar film is an airbender. And while it's definitely a retcon, it's a retcon that could have actually worked, which is a novelty for the Avatar franchise. Anyone who's watched the original show has probably questioned how Sozin managed to orchestrate a near total genocide on a group of nomads with temples and refuges across the globe within little under an hour, and without a single soldier having a moral crisis about the whole thing. It's one of those parts of the original show Bryke hoped you wouldn't question too much, but sucks for them, I asked too many questions. The Lost Adventures comic does try to explain how the Fire Nation cut off the loose ends, but reducing the air nomad population to 1 is still on the unbelievable side. For me at least. So the only way to make this guy work would be to retcon in a very small handful of airbenders that survived the genocide, and end up becoming much different from the air nomads we know in order to survive into the time of this film. Yes, it would strip Aang of his Last Airbender title, but he would still be the last of the air nomads. But that's not going to work here because of the legend of Korra. If there really was a secret society of airbenders that Aang found out about, he never would have neglected Kaya and Bumi due to Tenzin's airbending. Tenzin never would have been thinking, "Oh, I wish my dad was here to see the Universal Airbender Lottery." There would be no Air Nation to bring back after nearly 200 years, because they would already be there. So either Bryke are actually going with this angle and didn't think it through, what else is new, or he actually is a faker as some have claimed. Or they're going to pull some spirit world bollocks which will make about as much sense as wearing sandals in winter. Or there is the secret fourth option. They say he found the airbending lion turtle and he had it booped into him. And while this design is apparently unofficial, it was cobbled together by someone, even Google doesn't know where it came from. It is going off of how he has been described. My question is, why is an airbender built like he just walked out of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Bagua Zhong, the style airbending is based on, would not result in this kind of build. You would get a lean, unassumingly powerful one, not one that screams, "Your personal records are my warm-ups. Where are my steroids?"
Alright, a huge thank you to Lightning for joining me on this video, and please do check out his channel as well, which will be linked in the description. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. I agree with all the points he made. It is very possible to have this villain work in the series, but this would count as something of a retcon to the story. Avatar Aang would no longer be the last airbender, and it would make us question why no one noticed the tribe of airbenders for 100 years, when the Fire Nation was actively in charge of the population at that point. But let's move on to my portion. The staff and the temple. The temple itself has no real issues, well except to one really, but I do not consider it to be a major one. The Avatar world is not that large, and the world is pretty well documented by the time of Avatar Aang being unfrozen from the iceberg. We are even aware that there is a society of scholars in Ba Sing Se who actively study and search for strange or interesting archaeological locations. So this temple going under the radar does require a good bit of brain stretching, but disregarding that, the discovery of a temple is perfectly fine and adds to the world building. But the issue, well depending on how you view it anyway, is the staff which is meant to be contained within the temple. Artifacts are no real issue in the world of Avatar, but this one just might be. From the leaks we can determine this staff is of a mystical or magical nature, and that is the problem. Magic and mysticism have no place in the world of Avatar, which is based entirely on on spirituality. Now you may say that isn't spirituality also just magic, and I will tell you that isn't juice technically just water? They are all liquids, yes, but of a different nature and different ingredients as well. The Avatar world is heavily based on spirituality, chi and chakra, and never resorts to magic of any kind. Everything is grounded carefully to avoid having something too out there, which is crazy to say in a world of chimera animals, bisons that can fly and people that control elements and such. But I do like that the world of Avatar has its rules and stays with them, until the legend of Korra, of course, but we will not be getting into that in this video. So I can't really say much until we find out exactly what that staff can do, or what its uses are. There are some rumors saying that it has something to do with the spirit world. Actually, the entire movie hints to that, but we do not have enough information to really say for sure. Though given the track record of the legend of Korra, and that this movie is being made by the same people, I would advise to lower your expectations and have an open mind. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, the staff is supposedly meant to belong to a new airbending avatar from the past, called Avatar So Nam, if I have that right. We also don't know much about him, but it is possible that this staff belonging to him will open up a great way for us to learn more about him through this movie. Hopefully not anything too law-breaking though. The canon is already being treated like a structure made of miscolored Lego bricks. We could use a clean, coherent story after waiting this long, but that about covers it really. The only other things to mention are that the rumors and leaks said Azula will not be making an appearance in this movie, and it's very likely that characters like Suki won't be either. But there is no way to know that just yet, because these are just leaks. If you would like to know more about the leaks, then please check out the channels on screen for you right now. The Avatarist and Appa Comics. They cover the leaks as well, and it's where I got most of my information. Anyway, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It really helps out the channel. And of course, a huge thank you to Lightning for helping out with this video. So please give him a subscribe and check out his channel as well. Pretty fun stuff over there. I will see you in the next video, which you have all been waiting for. Phoenix King Ozai versus Amon. Peace, my friend.